Well, hello and welcome to another edition of the Llama Commerce Show. I am your host, Brett Curry, lead strategist here at Classy Llama. And so excited about the show today. We have got a recurring guest, the most popular guest on this show, one of my favorite guests of all time, and his partner in crime joining us today. So we have the world famous Ezra Firestone on the
Woo!
podcast today. Yes, how's it going, Ezra?
Dude, I'm doing great, and I will just tell the listeners that Brett claims to be a fan of me on this show, claims we're buddies, comes to my city, doesn't call me, doesn't write, doesn't reach out. I look on his Facebook. He's got these adorable kids. They got these chubby cheeks. I see, oh, there's Brett's little chubby cheek daughter at the Empire State Building, at the Statue of Liberty. Wait a minute. Wait a cotton-picking minute here.
Yeah.
In New York. Didn't call me. I'm heartbroken.
Now I want to set the record straight, and I appreciate the compliments on the kids. I appreciate that. But Mike, your business partner, Mike Pereira, good friend of mine as well, rock star in the marketing community, e-commerce community. Welcome to the show, also, Mike.
Hey man, I'm glad to be here. And
Yeah, you can set the record straight for me, I think, on this issue.
I did see an email out there actually saying that I'm going to be in New York, would like to get together, so I'm going to have to back up.
Who
Brett.
checks email anymore? Who emails this?
I should have. Okay, so there we go.
Text messages and everything.
There you go.
I should have texted you. Should have Skyped you something.
Should have been a Snapchat, dude.
Snapchat, yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, your business partner Snapchats me all the time.
I believe that.
Yeah, he's like into it. He sends little blurbs of what's happening in his life. He's like the only person who I talk to on Snapchat.
He's a Snapchatter.
He really is.
I like that. So, yeah, man, so excited to have you guys on the show today. It's going to be a ton of fun. We are talking about something that you guys are world class at, and I don't say that lightly. You guys know this better than anybody that I know, and you know it better than most people on the planet, and that's how to succeed on Amazon. You guys are doing some crazy, awesome stuff. And so, as always, our goal on the Llama Commerce Show is to demystify e-commerce into actionable bites. Amazon is growing. Obviously, everybody knows about Amazon. I think most people are probably sold on the idea of at least exploring Amazon and how you could potentially use it. But I want to talk from your perspective, and we'll try to hopefully dive in fairly deep here over the next 20-some minutes on how someone should look at Amazon, how they could succeed with Amazon. And we'll kind of hit it from two different angles. I know you guys help a lot of people who are, they want to get started, they want to be an entrepreneur, they've got nothing right now, so they go out and find products and sell on Amazon. We work with established e-commerce companies, those that have their own site, their own brand, they're rocking along, but they should be on Amazon too in a lot of cases. So let's just start with why Amazon. So I'll let you guys kind of both take a stab at this. So let's start first with an established e-commerce company, so someone that has a site, has a brand. Why should they consider Amazon?
I'll jump in here for this one. It's so interesting. I was having a conversation with a Fortune 100 retailer. They do $4.5 billion a year in their market. They've got 12% market share in their market in North America, and they are not on Amazon. And I was saying, look, guys, we've got 100 million shoppers per month on Amazon. 1/3 of America recurs each month as a customer of Amazon, and if you're not putting your product on there, then it's just a sales channel. The sales channel is too large for any retailer to ignore at this point. We could talk about the ups and downs of the Amazon channel, and believe me, there are serious pros and serious cons that we will get into of retailing on this channel. But the sheer amount of customers who have their credit cards on file, ready to shop and make a purchasing decision that are there, it's just too much to ignore. Is what I think about it. I don't know. Did we lose Mike here?
Potentially. I don't see Mike. Maybe he's
I'm out of here.
He's like, the mic drop. That was it. Ezra just covered it all.
Yeah.
But there's never been another platform like Amazon. I mean, there's nothing like this has ever existed in the past. It is a monster.
Frankly,
conversion rates are off the charts, right?
In our lifetime, we may never see a retail channel take the world by storm the way that Amazon has. The only thing I believe that has a chance is the I don't think conglomerated is the right word here, but the combined integrated social commerce channel, which is now how you can very shortly. I mean, Shopify already has connections with Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest, where you can buy in-app on the social network. It's not the product isn't rolled out yet. It'll be a couple years before this is really rolled out and it's sort of seamless. But that shopping channel of in-app social purchases without leaving the social application, being able to make a purchase one click, has the potential to be as large of a channel as Amazon, but it may not be. I mean, I don't know that we'll see another one. And so, Mike, what we were just talking about is, I don't know when you dropped, why Amazon? And so, if you've got, if you want to jump in on that.
I think you said it. He's speechless. The thing about Amazon, I mean, people are there, they're in buying mode, that they're ready to buy. That's the whole reason they're there. I agree with you that the social channel could be and should be huge. I think especially on Pinterest and potentially other platforms, Instagram maybe.
And let's look at the fact of that these integrated, what I'm calling integrated social commerce, I don't believe there's a word for it yet, is copying. So is Apple Pay. I mean, not copying, but is doing what Amazon has done, which is getting users to put their credit cards on file so that they can make one-click purchases from within the app itself. And when you look at what Facebook did with Messenger, right? They made the Messenger app a peer-to-peer payment system so that you could send money to your friends like a Venmo or like a PayPal, so that people would put their credit cards on file, so that they're,
all to open up these purchasing opportunities down the road. Yeah, and another interesting thing, and I'm into Google Shopping. I spend a lot of time there, do some speaking on that, and some writing on Google Shopping, and that has a lot of potential as well. And I think the purchase on Google could be interesting. I mean, it's so early, who knows? But I still don't think that'll ever reach the levels of Amazon in terms of a pure marketplace.
Sure, but they're second, right? I mean, they've got
totally.
They're plenty big. They shouldn't be ignored either. What I'm interested in is, and I know we'll get back to Amazon here, but I'm quite interested in the Pinterest comparison shopping engine product when it's fully rolled out. When it's actually, because right now you can kind of use it with some products, but it's not really. They haven't rolled the product out. They've just sort of announced it and said, "Hey guys, look, we're doing this. We're going to become a comparison shopping engine." So I'm quite interested to see what percentage of the market share they pick up in the PLA, product listing ad essentially, which is what it will be when their product is fully rolled out.
Yeah, the mindset of someone on Pinterest is a little different than it is on say Facebook as an example. On Pinterest, people are wanting to do something, research something. I think they're much more inclined to purchase when they're on Pinterest than maybe on Facebook as an example. So I agree, that's going to be fascinating.
Totally, and if Pinterest can ever break into the male market, and get men on their channel, that'll be good too. So I think an established retailer. Now, look, we also have to confront Amazon's stated mission of finding the best products and then bringing them to market. Essentially what Amazon does is they're like, oh, this is a great category, let's make our own,
Right.
And they will, they'll try to buy from you if you're the number one retailer, or they'll try to buy from whoever's supplying you, and they know who's supplying you. Yes. You know what I mean? Because you have to tell them that when you sell your product on Amazon, they get that information from you. Who is your supplier?
So they see you're doing well. They could potentially just go direct to the source and
they do that to people. That is a very real thing that happens. It's happened to a lot of folks. And it doesn't mean that you go out of business. It just means that now you're competing with the number one retailer in the world in your category, and they're gonna eat up some of the market share.
Yep, and it means that channel shifts, and maybe for those products things shift, but still valid. So let's talk about, and I love the fact that you bring that up, and I think we'll probably weave that in as we go. But how would you suggest someone get started? So if I own a retail store, I'm selling my own products, got my own brand, what should be my first steps on Amazon in terms of what I consider? How should I approach this whole product line? Just a few products. How should someone get started?
I'm just going to angle my camera down here. I'm in my guest bedroom. My wife has taken over what was my office, which is now her office. I'm very happy about, and we're sort of in flux of getting me an office space. So the lighting in here is not the greatest, but I'm trying to.
Happy wife, happy life, bro.
Dude, here's the story on that. Let's just get a little gossip going down while we're on this show, because why not? So, Carrie and I, Carrie's my wife, you know that, but the listeners may not.
She's awesome. Yep.
We lived in like 500 square feet in Union Square, Manhattan for like 8 years, you know? And then we moved to Brooklyn, had a little bit bigger of an apartment and rented the apartment downstairs. And everywhere we've gone, now we're, we've upstate, we've got a big 10-acre thing. But everywhere we've gone, every apartment we've had, she always wanted a room for her, you know?
Yeah.
We just didn't have room
Understandably
for it.
so.
You know, there was no room for that. And so finally we get this big house, you know, and still somehow or another, it ends up that she doesn't have a room that is hers. And I have this office because I need an office, right? But then, like, what I find is that I'm like following her around with my laptop, working in whatever room she's in, you know, never closing the door. And it's like, I don't want to be closed off in an office. I want to be able to go out and work in the middle of anywhere. Like, so anyways, we gave her the office, and now I'm sort of in the guest bedroom for a while, which I quite like. So that's what we're dealing with here.
It's not bad. It's got to feel good to stretch out a little bit there. Love the city, but you got to have some room to stretch.
Yeah. So what was the question? Because it was a good one.
Yeah. So how to get started? So you own your own store, you got your own product line. How should you approach getting started on Amazon?
Well, first of all, you should list your products to start, right? Get them up there. Number one. A lot of people just don't have their. Hey, is that you back, Mike? Can you hear us?
Mikey.
I am back, but I don't. You guys still sound broken up.
Do we sound like a robot?
Yeah, very robotic.
Mr. Roboto.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But I tried rebooting. I was trying to reboot, see if it's me, but.
Well, here's a question, Mike. You can hear us well enough, right?
What's that?
All right. If you can't hear us, Mike, then we're just going to keep rolling. So
yeah,
I think
you're going to have to just roll on without me, then I can't hear you.
All right, man. Well, it's been good. It's been good to see you. And,
those on the video will see Mike. You can see the sincerity and that smile that he's got, and that voice, that great Philly accent that I love so much.
And maybe you can get in here, but so the key to Amazon, right? Basically the way that people are making it on Amazon right now, it's Google 2.0. Everyone is hustling the algorithm. It's all search engine result manipulation, Amazon result manipulation. Where you rank for organic search terms is kind of the way that 95% of people are making their living on Amazon. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of factors that go into ranking on Amazon. I won't sort of get into that, but what I will tell you is that what you definitely want to be doing is running Amazon sponsored ads. Okay? Number one, get your listings up there, have super high quality pictures, have well written bullets and product descriptions, story-based copy, not just features and benefits, traditional e-commerce stuff, right? List it as if it was a listing on your store. Get yourself some reviews from friends and family. You can't start running Amazon sponsored ads without 10 or 15 or 20 reviews on a product. The more reviews you have, the better. Reviews are a big
factor. Just a quick clarification there. So Amazon won't let you run ads, or the ads just won't be effective until you get reviews?
They won't convert.
I gotcha. Okay. So 10 to 15 reviews is what you're going for before you turn on the ads.
Yeah, we like to have 50 or 100, and sort of the number of the reviews you have is a good solid, thing in the ranking algorithm, but they also reward things like outside traffic. So for example, we have, one of our main sales funnels is to drive traffic to a pre-sale page, an engagement page. Then you know all about this. We've talked about this on past episodes of the Llama Commerce Show. And what we'll do is we'll send traffic to a pre-sale engagement page that then has a sort of rolls into a pitch for an Amazon product, where we'll say, hey, get this product for 40% off on Amazon. Well, we're still making money, but we're sending outside sales into Amazon. That's the real secret that people don't understand. If you can figure out how to send outside sales, and I'm not talking about at $1 a pop where you're giving people a coupon for $1, but legitimate outside purchases from Google, from Facebook, from Pinterest, from Instagram, from anywhere, from endorsements, from emails, into your Amazon account, that is the best juice you can give that Amazon listing. Because look, at the end of the day, where you rank for the keywords that you want to sell for inside of Amazon is a huge factor in how well you're going to do on Amazon. We do, I don't know, 100 grand, something like that a month on this one brand, and it's largely driven by organic rankings because we do a lot to market our listings. So again, it comes down to marketing.
Yeah. And doing a lot of little things right. And so I love the fact that there's kind of an SEO play here, good
It's
titles, good
100%
descriptions.
Google 2.0, dude. And it's really, I predict the same thing we saw with Google, where they come in and they start smacking people. Amazon's going to start smacking people. It's already started, and here's why. Most people who are selling on Amazon right now have the same cat scratcher as the 20 other bums who are selling a cat scratcher from the same manufacturer in China. There is no uniqueness to the product. There's no value add. We're not in 2000 anymore. You can't slap up a crappy product that everyone else has and expect to make money on that. It's not the name of the game. And that's what's being taught is, hey, go find yourself a product that everyone else has, put your own label on it, throw it on Amazon. Fine. You might make some sales. But if you want to build a brand, if you want to have customers who come back and buy from you again, you got to have some level of uniqueness to your product or your host.
Yeah, I love that. And so this is a question that I have that I was going to ask later, but I think it fits right now. And that's, how do you use Amazon to build a business, right? So we work with merchants who are in it for the long haul. They're building a brand, they're building a business, they're trying to take over in their marketplace, so to speak. How do you use Amazon to build a brand rather than just to make some sales? Because I think a lot of people that are on Amazon, they're just making sales, they're just bringing in a little bit of money, they're not building a business. How do you build a business?
It's a good question, because by definition, the customers that you get on Amazon are Amazon's customers. They're not yours.
They're not yours. Right.
You agree to that terms of service. The legit way to do it is to include a package insert in your product that goes out and have your website on the label that sends people back to your own website. The second legit way to do it is to, before you send people to Amazon, capture them as a lead, like I'm talking about on the pre-sale page. Have a 20% off where you opt them in before they go to Amazon. So you're sending outside traffic. You're leveraging Amazon's going to convert way better than your e-commerce website. So leverage that for customer generation. Use that to generate customers. Use Amazon as the sales hook with a discount, a small discount. Generate a lead. So put them through an opt-in form before you send them to Amazon. Have Amazon be the first place they buy from you, and then market to those leads on your e-commerce store. That's how we do it. We send most of our front-end leads through to an Amazon listing because it converts a lot better. And then we've got a group of customers. So at the end of the day, the person with the group engaged in a conversation is going to do better. And if you're just making sales on Amazon, it's just cash flow. You got no brand, no asset. You don't own the customers. You can't market to the customers. You'll get 5% of them off of your package insert. But
is that about right? So about 5% will respond and take action.
If you're doing real well, you'll get 10. And some people go ahead and postcard mail their Amazon customers, because you get the Amazon customer's address, technically against the rules.
Is it? Okay.
Some people go ahead and call their Amazon customers because you get their phone number. When
technically against the rules
Amazon,
as well?
Or the merchant calling you? No. Think about that. Think about when the last time you bought something on Amazon.
Service call.
Right. And they frame it. They're like, hey, we want to make sure, you're doing well with your purchase. Can we get a review out of you? Or can you buy this other thing from us? Or here's a discount. I am, as a purchaser of things on Amazon, I just bought a new pair of Bose headphones, a Nikon 70D for my third camera angle. I buy stuff on Amazon all the time. I don't want some retailer calling me up saying, hey, you bought some stuff from me on Amazon. It's the last thing I want.
Right.
So you got to figure, you got to treat your customers the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, totally. And I remember I bought a case for my iPhone 6 when I bought it, and it had a great insert in the packet. I bought it from Amazon. Had a great insert that was saying, hey, will you please review it? And I don't remember all the copy, but I remember it was warm and fun and inviting. And I thought, I'll respond to that. That's not bad. But they didn't harass me on the phone or anything like that.
Right. So they didn't call you up, and here's what some other people do. They try to match those phone numbers and addresses to email addresses and then spam people. Also against the rules,
Yeah.
So look, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot of that when you make a lot of sales on Amazon, people come and naturally search for your brand. We get, I don't know, several $1,000s of sales just from people who know us from Amazon buying on our website. So that does happen naturally. But the way to really amplify that is package insert and also leverage Amazon as your front end.
I love that. Front end, that's so smart. I think I guarantee you most people are missing that. I would say for our clients here at Classy Llama and elsewhere that we, larger merchants, mid-sized merchants, and probably 60%, 70% maybe are on Amazon right now. I know just from having conversations, most of them feel like we are under leveraged on Amazon. We're not using it to its full potential. And I think that strategy you just talked about, where you use that as kind of the front end, so you send someone to a pre-sale page, educating them on the product, getting them to opt in, and then sending them to Amazon to convert.
And on that pre-sale page, it's, engagement, transition into pitch for solution that relates to the art, 5 makeup tips for baby boomer women. Hey, by the way, there's this amazing brand of makeup specific to you. Get 30% off on Amazon by clicking this button. Click, pops up an opt-in box. Enter your email address to get your coupon for 30% off. Opts in, puts them on a pre-purchase autoresponder sequence, gives them that 30% off coupon, sends them to Amazon. Before it sends them to Amazon, redirects them through and drops a cookie on them, so you can retarget the people who clicked through and went to Amazon differently from the people who landed on the pre-sale page.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. The marketer inside of me is rejoicing right now. I'm having a hard time containing my excitement about that funnel. That's awesome. Do you recommend always doing fulfilled by Amazon, where you ship your product to Amazon and they fulfill it? What are your thoughts on that? Is that always a must?
You get Prime that way. And a lot of people only buy products that are Prime.
Yep.
Amazon ranks Prime products a little higher. There are benefits to doing it that way.
Yeah. So usually you're going to recommend that if possible for a merchant?
We do it, for our Amazon orders. But for orders that come through our platform, we fulfill with a third party.
Gotcha. What are some of the mistakes you see? So I know we've kind of hit on a few of those as we've gone here, but merchants who get onto Amazon, what are they?
Review clubs. So you remember blog networks?
Yeah.
Review
Link farms
clubs
and such
are the blog networks of Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of people who are reviewing everyone's products, leaving this crazy footprint, leaving crappy reviews. And Amazon's going to come through and clean all this up at some point. It's going to be all the review clubs are going to get shut down. I predict this will happen at some point. It's already sort of started. Some of these guys have gotten shut down. So don't use review clubs. Go out and get your own reviews for your products. It's not that difficult.
And you can sniff those out, right? Yeah, consumers can sniff that out. You read a phony review, you're going to be like, this is someone's mom or someone's friend.
Amazon's whole system is built on their social proof element of reviews. And you have all these merchants gaming that. And Amazon is going to get wise to this, and people are going to stop trusting the reviews because they know they're being gamed by all these people who have crappy products that are ranking number one. And this is going to, clear out at some point, because Amazon can't afford to have people with crappy products gaming their system and then ranking,
Right.
And then having customers be upset. So it will, have a good product is the first step, right?
So review clubs, that's a no-no. That's going away. What are some of the other mistakes you see people making on Amazon?
There is the over-reliance on Amazon's free traffic. Mm-hmm. Just being like, well, I'm making $25,000 a month on Amazon free traffic and doing no other marketing for your business, not doing any paid, not doing any lead gen, not doing anything outside of Amazon, just living off the fat of the land. Guess what? Remember, when Penguin hit in 2007 or 8 or whatever that was, when it first hit, and we had all these e-commerce merchants who'd been living off the fat of the Google search engine listings for 5 years, making millions of bucks a year. Boom, gone overnight, because they had one single failure point in their business, which was their free organic search engine optimization rankings. So I see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people with crappy product photos. I see a lot of people with not very high quality descriptions. What else? I'd say those are top ones.
Those are the big ones. Yeah, it totally makes sense. I think if you look at just success on Amazon, success online, period, as an e-commerce merchant, a lot of it goes back to are you being lazy, or are you doing the little things that make a difference? And are you doing the things that make people look at your listing and say, I want that, I trust that? the trust factor is already there because it's on Amazon, but I trust that product and that listing, so I'm gonna buy. I think this naturally leads into the next question, but what separates the good from the great on Amazon? So I know you coach a lot of people on how to sell on Amazon. You guys are doing a tremendous amount of Amazon business with a few of your brands. What are some of the things that really separate the good from the great on?
Let's talk about some of the things that separate the good from the great in any endeavor, right? Mm-hmm. Number one, you've got more than one trick. You can make it really far on one trick. BJ Penn was the first non-American to win the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Championship at the black belt level. Sorry, the first American.
Yeah, it was all Brazilians prior to that, right?
The first American to win the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Championship at black belt level after only like 4 years of training Jiu-Jitsu with basically one trick, you know? So I'm not saying that one trick can't take you to the top, but one trick's not going to keep you at the top.
Yes. Yes.
At least not for long. So be doing more than be doing Amazon sponsored ads, be doing other types of paid traffic to your Amazon listing, be doing optimization of your listing, have more than one product. You got to have more than one product. That's really the secret to success on Amazon is multiple products. You've got to have 5, 10, 12, 15 products in your line. That is actually
why is that?
Really
why having, I mean, obviously you're going to just
well, number one, people will buy from your brand more often. They'll come in, they'll buy one, then they'll see that you have others. Amazon will cross-sell your stuff for you. They'll be like, you bought this, try this other thing in this line. It's easy to get a product to do 5, 10 sales a day, 20 sales a day. You can have 15 or 20 of them. Now you've got a really solid business. Instead of one home run that does 400 sales a day, which come along, you've got multiple products doing just a few sales a day. And that's kind of how you diversify and actually get those high numbers on Amazon. At the end of the day, I did a blog post on smartmarketer.com called The Cross Sell is Queen. And I highly recommend that you watch it, listener, because it talks specifically about this topic of why in e-commerce, the name of the game is cross-selling. It's not the front end sale. It's the cross-sell on the back end. That's really the secret to our business model. And you have to understand that. And Amazon, that's really the key to success as well on Amazon.
Love it. Love it. We're almost out of time, but one of the things I want to talk about just briefly is any insight on the Amazon sponsored ads. So I'm a huge fan of paid traffic because we use it all the time and I see the benefit. But any do's and don'ts, any advice
Spend
on
as much money as you can.
Okay. All right.
Go super wide and find those keywords that are actually profitable and then juice those up. Run everything that's at break even as much as if you find something that's at break even, run it as hard as you can.
Because again, you'll make money on the cross sell, the
cross sell, the customer acquisition, the frequency of purchase on your listing is a factor in ranking. So if you can just drive sales, then
your price will go up in ranking. You'll sell more in the long run.
Frankly, we run it at a loss every month because of the juice it gives us on the organic side. We just run for keywords that we know don't make us money, but they give us sales, and that helps.
Awesome.
So I'd say just go as hard as you can on it. And they've got all. I mean, I can't get into it's a whole world, but it's not that difficult. The advertising system is fairly rudimentary. It's like pick all the keywords, turn them on, see which ones do well.
It's a lot easier to manage than like a Google AdWords or Google Shopping or something like that.
It's way simpler than that. The interface is like podunk. They've only been running. I mean, it's like what Google was 10 years ago.
Pick your keywords, turn it on, and then just watch. Yeah,
pretty much.
So I want to hit on a couple actionable bites, and then I want to talk about how people can get in touch with you and hang out with you, because you are a fount of knowledge and wisdom for all things e-commerce, and you're also just
Are you seeing my lower third? Does it say Ezra Firestone, smartmarketer.com?
It's not. I don't see your lower third. I don't know why.
Can't get this thing to turn. I'm struggling with Google.
That's all right. See if you can get that going while I tie in some actual bites. But it's Ezra Firestone, smartmarketer.com. You can Google Ezra Firestone. You'll find him everywhere. But a couple actual bites. One sounds like multiple products. So if you are an existing merchant, don't just pick your top seller. Sounds like 5, 10, 15, 25. That'd be a good place to start. And the cross sell is important. It sounds like capturing someone's information, if you can create this pre-funnel, capturing someone's info before they ever get to Amazon, that's awesome. Do the package inserts to get someone after they've been to after they've purchased from Amazon. That also makes sense. Don't do anything spammy. Focus your time on good pictures, good product descriptions and titles, and also try to get some volume and some velocity by turning on some ads and getting people to purchase quickly. And sounds like outside traffic is also huge. Any other actionable bites? Anything else you would tell someone, hey, go check this out, go do this thing, watch this video to kind of help them get started or help them take it to the next level?
I've done some trainings on Amazon on my blog, so check those out. It's actually not particularly complicated. There's a lot of courses out there. The Amazing Selling Machine is a very popular and fantastic training program for new Amazon merchants. If you're going to get started in Amazon, I'd say that's the best course on the market for getting started on Amazon. And I think, we've kind of covered them. If there's specific questions, if you have specific questions, listener rather, not user, about Amazon, you want to post them to the Llama Commerce Show, then we can come back and answer them. If you want to post them to my blog. But I think we pretty much kind of covered the.
Yeah, awesome. We'll check Ezra out at smartmarketer.com. I'll put some links in the show notes, or Jesse will, that will link to some of your blogs and trainings on Amazon specifically.
Come check me out. I got good stuff, man. We got good stuff going on over here.
You are a content marketer at heart. I love your tagline: "Serve the world unselfishly and profit."
I'm a machine.
And you do, my friend. You what's that?
I'm a machine.
Machine. You're a machine.
I'm like the little engine that could, man. I just keep moving along.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, are you going to be at Traffic and Conversion? Are you speaking there this year?
I will be there. My speaking position is I'm not sure. I'm in talks with Digital Marketer. We're talking about some stuff, so we're figuring all that out. But I love those guys, and I love that conference. And I'm an alumni. I spoke 2013, 14, 15, maybe even 2012.
I first met you. I met you in San Francisco when you spoke at that.
Was that 2012?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a multi-year alumni of that event, so I'd like to continue the streak. But we're figuring all that out. But I will be there, so that'll be fun to hang out there. And thanks for having me on the show. I love coming on the show.
No, what about your Twitter handle? Other places people can.
You can find me at Ezra Firestone on Twitter, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook.com/meet Ezra. Smartmarketer.com is where you can get me if you do a lot of stuff there. That's sort of related to this. So I look forward to, if you got a podcast with a lot of listeners, I'll come talk to them. I like doing this stuff. So
awesome. All right, man. Well, hey, it was awesome having you. I am really thoroughly bummed that Mike could not join us, but it was good just having his face pop on the show a couple times, and you can give him a hard time.
I'm gonna give him a hard time.
Yeah, do that. He's running an online marketing company. He can't get a good solid connection. But anyway, Ezra, that was fantastic as always. Thank you, brother. We'll have you back.
Yeah.
And so please reach out to Ezra.
Do I get the thing? Where's my guy? What, don't I get some kind of something, right?
Yeah. You know what? So this is, actually, and for listeners that are huge Kurt Theobald fans, which I don't know if he has any, but just kidding, Kurt. Kurt we had lunch yesterday. He said, you know what? I'm getting the itch. I may come back on the Llama Commerce Show from time to time. He's going to be a guest every now and then. So this is kind of the new look Llama Commerce Show. We usually do one-armed table tennis trophy. I'm bringing it back for you, Ezra, because you're a regular. So without question, you get this, and unfortunately, Mike gets no share in it. This is 100% yours.
I mean, that guy, come on, showing up, sort of just pretending he's going to do the show with us.
He's like, I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
It's kind of sad, too, because he's actually really, really, really smart. But
Mike is a sharp guy. Yeah, so awesome. All right, Ezra, thanks again, man. And for all of you, please let us know what you think, what you'd like to hear more of, less of. And as always, stay classy.
Stay classy.